Welcome to All Hands on Deck. I'm coming to you live, sort of, from my shed today. You'll have to excuse me being a bit of a mess. I got caught in the rain earlier. Rain, had a lot of that recently, haven't we? So much for global warming. Anyway, wanted to have a quick chat with you guys today. The pace is upping. The pace is definitely increasing. We're seeing more and more people wake up, more and more things that they're becoming aware of. The revelations are there. Okay, we haven't had many huge bombs dropping, but we've certainly seen a lot happening, particularly if you're keeping an eye on what's happening on the US political system. More and more and more and more each day. Mayorkas, who is the Director of Homeland Security in the US, he was absolutely under the cosh yesterday. It was beautiful to watch. And there's much more happening. What we're seeing in the UK with this I Do Not Consent campaign, which has gone really well, is more and more people becoming activated. I think people are fed up now. They've had enough and they want to take action. And what we need to start considering is what comes next. Because as people wake up, and they will, it's coming thicker and faster. And what we need to do now is start considering what it looks like if we have a big wake up scenario in the UK or anyone else in the world. In the UK, and a huge sum of people wake up at the same time. And again, it's back to what pressure that puts on society. So we're doing a big push at the moment through PHA in terms of getting our mental health hotline off the ground. Absolutely imperative in terms of dodging the bullets on that one. We've got to think about worst case scenario. But luckily that means that we're then going to bring the solutions. And it's the same with the FAB training, information on the PHA website. We need to get 10% of every single community trained up in how to deal with the mental health issues incoming, not just the ones we've got at the moment. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But the good things is people are mobilising. Usually through the summer, we find things get quite quiet. And I thought it'd be the same this summer, and it's not. People are still really proactive and wanting to move forward. I'm still stumbling across hub groups, for example, that we didn't even know existed, which is incredible. It means they're just picking it up and running with it, which is exactly what needs to happen. I think the way people need to look at this is the government are going to go. We don't know quite how that's going to look yet, but it's on the cards. And what we need to think about is making sure there's no vacuum there. There's no space for a vacuum. We see what a vacuum can look like in the Middle East and so forth, although a lot of that was contrived. But it's really important that we make sure we're building the infrastructure to replace the old. And we're doing it at speed. We're doing it with real energy because people are going to wake up and need to see something is there. We, from a very practical point of view, are going to need to have these elements in place. We need that to happen, be it food, be it health, be it education, be it local commerce, be it economies. You know, we need to be putting all this in place. Obviously, the food front we're looking pretty difficult with at the moment in terms of the fact that India announced this week that they're not going to be exporting more rice right now. Which is a huge amount of the world population in terms of rice source. And obviously last week Putin pulled out of what I can call the grain agreement, for want of a better term, which means that the Ukrainians getting out a lot of their grain items is going to be really difficult. So we're seeing the commodity price go up. So the food prices are going to rise. So the sooner that we get these community growing groups off the ground, and there are tons out there, but we need a heck of a lot more, 100 times more, 1,000 times more. We need to get these off the ground as soon as possible, and we can grow all year round in this country. You just got to grow the right things in the right way. So again, go and have a look at the PFFA website. There's loads of information on there. UK Citizens Group are doing fantastic work. If you'd like to get involved at a local level in terms of the more political side of things, working with the councils, go and have a look at the information they've put out. It's like a handbook. It's absolutely brilliant. And I think most of us never realise just how much power we've got to have a say and to have an impact at that community level, local council level, or whatever it might be. We've got many rights and we should be using those to our full advantage. Obviously, we've got the I Do Not Consent campaign. You need to get those letters out there to your MP and to the Prime Minister. Let's put these people on notice. Let's put them on notice. It is about time they were on notice, and they know that we're coming and we're not letting this lie, and we will not stop. We will not consent. We will not concede. We will not bow down. We are standing our ground, and we will go through this till the bitter end. And we're going to win this. We're going to win this, but it's how easy we want to make the transition for ourselves and how much we want to do. So loads and loads for people to be doing, loads and loads of good stuff for people to be getting involved with. If you think for a minute, there's loads of people doing it, it's not my job, you're very much mistaken. Every single one of us has a moral and civic responsibility to get involved at some level, whether that be at your local community, whether that be in a national campaign, whether that be whatever. Go and get involved. PHA, we're supporting community-focused mental health support as well as national. So if you want to help with your community, God, look at the state of me. Go and help in your community, then get on the FAB training, get trained up in how to deal with these mental health issues. Because believe you me, it's going to be catastrophic. Speaking to some mental health experts last week, and a couple of them used the word catastrophic for what's incoming. And also there was talk of, don't be surprised if people don't go and try and stab their GP or their local politician or something. We've got to be ready to support people as they wake up. So at community level is by far and away the best way to do it. So get yourself trained up in FAB. Go and find the information on that on the PHA website. And the other thing is get behind the national hotline, the PHA mental wellbeing hotline. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. It's even that is almost a sticking plaster effort, but it is a heck of a lot more than we've currently got available to us. And more solutions will be coming out. We're not stopping, absolutely not stopping. And I need you guys to get involved. I need you guys to find the energy and the impetus to get involved in whatever it is. But the good stuff's still happening. And I was speaking to somebody earlier. We all know who he is. I was speaking to somebody earlier and he said, once people become aware, they don't go back, do they? And I said, no. I said, in the 20 odd years I've been doing this, not once have I ever seen anyone open their eyes and then close them again. It doesn't happen. Once your eyes are open, they stay open. So, and the numbers are just going up. Each and every day, the numbers are going up. We've got to deal with the fact that there are reports circulating that we could potentially lose about 24 million people in the UK over the next 5 years due to that thing. I'm always the eternal optimist. If we can roll out the protocols somehow, get into the NHS, get them shifting in what they're doing, we stand a chance of mitigating it being so bad. But at the same time, we have to be realistic. That might be what's incoming, and it's how we deal with that as well. We don't just have to protect the people as they wake up. We need to protect ourselves. We need to ensure our mental well-being is as solid as it can be, and that we are taking care of ourselves. And that we're leaning on each other. That's what we're here for. Don't forget also, if you do need that support, we've got the Anam Cara Zoom drop-ins. You can find the information through PHA. These are Zoom drop-ins free of charge, held every day, Monday to Friday for an hour. And it's a place where you can go and be heard, or just sit and listen. Understand you're in a space where you're safe and nobody's judging you. Everyone completely understands where you're at. So we've got to take care of ourselves as well. This is a historic shift for humanity. It's historic what is happening right now. And we need to understand the enormity of the role that we're playing in ensuring a better future for our children, for our family, for our friends, for our countrymen, north and south, east and west. We all have to be here to build the new as we watch the old just crumble. And it's on its way. I don't even think we'll make it to the 24 elections. I think too much would have blown up by then. I think there's going to be some big shifts coming, predominantly, I think, before the end of the year. So go and get involved. Same message, I know. Don't want to be dull about it, but I absolutely 100% think this is the way we have to go with this. And I do believe this is the right model with which to do it. And it is about that decentralisation and people stepping into their power and taking ownership and helping others in their community. But we've got this, guys. We've got it. We've just got to shift it up a bit. Let's put our foot down, pedal to the metal, as it were, put our foot down, start making this happen a lot quicker. And, make sure we've got those safety nets in place before they're needed. Anyway, lots of love. Have a good week. Speak soon.